Hello everyone, my name is Mary and today I'll walk you through how to complete Assessment 1 for Nurs-FPX 4045. 4045 course has 4 Assessment 1, 2, 3 and 4 respectively. Today I'm going to discuss about the Assessment 1 of 4045 course. The title of 4045 Assessment 1 is Nursing Informatics in Healthcare. This assessment focuses on proposing a new nurse informaticist position in your healthcare organization, specifically to enhance the patient education through digital platforms. By the end of this presentation, you will know exactly how to write a strong evidence-based proposal that meets every scoring guide criterion and earns up to mark. Let's start by the introduction of this assessment, which is to develop an evidence-based proposal recommending the addition of nurse informaticist role within healthcare organization. But before beginning of this assessment, it is recommended to complete the team perspectives of the nurse informaticist activity, which helps you understand this role from different professional viewpoints. You should also review the supplement of Assessment 1 Nursing Informatics in Healthcare PDF form, conduct independent research using peer-reviewed journals and articles and professional sources. If possible, interview healthcare or IT professional to understand how technology improves patient care and outcomes. This is not just an academic paper, it's a professional proposal, similar to what nurse leaders prepare in the healthcare settings. In this assessment, you will create a 4 to 5 page evidence-based paper that demonstrates why organizations should add a nurse informaticist position and how this role supports better patient outcomes and provides a return on investment. To complete this assessment successfully and earn a distinguished grade, follow these requirements. Write clearly and professionally with no spelling and grammar errors. Keep your paper 4 to 5 double-spaced pages, not including the title and references pages. Use Times New Roman 12-point font size. Include at least 3 scholarly sources and 1 professional website or blog, all from the last 5 years. Use APA 7th edition format for all the citations and references. For this assessment, your proposal should include 5 main key sections for distinguished grade. First, define nursing informatics. Second, explain how healthcare organizations benefit from nurse informaticists and how they collaborate with interdisciplinary teams. Third, discuss how full nurse engagement in technology improves patient care, protects health information, and supports the efficiency with cost savings. Fourth, identify opportunities and challenges of adding the role. Fifth, end with 3 to 4 strong evidence-based recommendations supporting the value of this position. Finally, remember that your writing quality, organization, research depth, and APA formatting are part of your grading. Meeting each competency thoroughly and professionally with clear analysis, evidence-based justifications, and proper formatting will help you earn top marks on this assessment. Let's start with the example file for this assessment. This is the Assessment 1 for the 4045 course. Starting with the title page, I started this paper with a properly formatted APA 7th edition title page centered on the page. It includes the title of the assessment, Nursing Informatics in the Healthcare, with full name, Kapala University, the course number and name, my professor's name, and the date of the submission. This formatting ensures professionalism and meets the APA writing and formatting competency. Moving forward to the next page, which is second page. Next, I begin with the introduction paragraph which gives an overview of the assessment and its purpose. Here's how I structured it. I introduced the topic by explaining that this assessment is about the integration of the nursing informatics and healthcare technology to improve the patient outcomes. Then, I stated the aim of the assessment, which is to develop an evidence-based proposal for the organization by adding the nurse informaticist position. In the introduction, I also briefly mentioned what the paper will cover, like definition of the nurse informatics, the role of the nurse informaticist, organizational benefits, the impact of the nursing engagement in the technology, and the challenges and opportunities. This all paragraph sets the tone and clearly shows that my paper is focused, professional, and aligned with the assessment's aim. Moving to the next part, that is the main body part of this assessment. Each of the following sections aligns with the supporting guide competencies present in the instruction file. To earn a distinguished grade, I made sure that each competency is fully addressed according to distinguished criteria supported by the recent scholarly sources and organized using APA Level 1 and Level 2 headings. By using different websites, different articles, different journals, I made sure that all the references are from the past 5 years. Okay, let's start with the criteria and the competencies from the scoring guide. According to Competency 1, we need to discuss about the defined nursing informatics and describe the nurse informaticist's role. In this competency or in this section, I define the nursing informatics as a combination of the nursing science, computer science, and the information science used to manage and communicate the data, information, and knowledge in nursing practice. By discussing this, I use credible sources like these to support my definition. Then, I describe the role of the nurse informaticist, explaining that these professionals bridge the gap between clinical care and the information technology. I made sure that I have fulfilled all the criteria requirement for this competency by using the credible sources. To show the depth, I also included a brief example of an influential nurse informaticist, Dr. Marian Bowl, and discussed her contribution to advancing nurse informatics and digital health system. This approach meets the competency by showing understanding, scholarly support, and the professional relevance. In this competency, I have addressed all the points that can easily earn the distinguished grade. Moving to the second competency, where we need to explain how healthcare organizations benefit from nurse informaticists. In this part, I demonstrated how healthcare organizations improve the efficiency in the nurse informaticist. I provided real-world examples such as the Mayo Clinic and KSR Permanente, where nurse informaticists help develop telehealth and electronic health record systems that improve the patient follow-ups and the care continuity. Using these examples shows that the role is practical, cost-effective, and beneficial for both patients and the organization. I made sure to cite sources such as Mayo Clinic and Javits 2024 to provide the current evidence-based examples. This directly addresses how organizations benefit and aligns with this coding guide's distinguished criteria for evidence-based justification. Moving to the next competency, which is to explain how nurse informaticists collaborate with the interdisciplinary team. Here, I explained how nurse informaticists collaborate with different teams like nurses, physicians, IT professionals, and administrative staff. I described how they provide training, coordinate workflow integration, and ensure system meet clinical needs. I also included examples of how they support patient education through digital platforms, mobile health apps, and patient portals according to the supplemental given by the instruction file, especially for the remote and underserved patients. By using current research, I showed that this collaboration enhances the team communication and ensures safe, effective, patient-centered care digital. This section meets the competency by showing interdisciplinary teams supported by the strong scholarly evidence. Moving towards the next competency, which is to analyze the impact of full nurse engagement in healthcare technology. I divided this section into smaller subtopics to make my analysis clear and organized. Make sure that your main heading should be centralized and your subheadings should be left aligned. So here, patient care, protected health information, workflow efficiency, cost and return on investments, these are subheadings, so they are left aligned. In patient care, I explained that telehealth and digital monitoring tools improve the access to care, especially for the chronic patients, by using the best evidence. In protected health information, I discussed how nurse informaticists implement privacy protocols such as encrypted platforms and secure logins, ensuring HIPAA compliance and patient trust, and I made sure that I use the credible evidence for HIPAA compliance and other platforms. This approach demonstrates how I understood both the academic expectations and the professional applications of nursing, informatics, and healthcare. By working on my assessment, I made sure that all the articles I used were authentic, relevant, and published within the last 5 years. This helped me make my content strong, accurate, and up-to-date. For example, I used this article in the introduction paragraph, which explained that nursing informatics is the intersection of the nursing science, computer science, and information science. This article supports here my main point about the importance of the nursing informatics role in modern nursing practice. Moreover, I also used another article. For example, I used this article. This one talks about how nursing informatics acts as a bridge between the clinical staff and IT professionals. It shows how they make sure telehealth systems meet patient needs and fit well in healthcare workflows. So, in addition to these 2 articles, all the other articles I selected in this assessment were also based on the same criteria. They are authentic, recent, relevant to my topic, and fully aligned with the APA guidelines. When preparing this article on nursing informatics in healthcare, I focused on key concepts that align with the main section headings. The keywords guarding the discussion include nursing informatics, nursing informaticists, telehealth, digital health transformation, interdisciplinary collaboration, patient education, protected health information, workflow efficiency, return on investment, opportunities and challenges, evidence-based recommendations. Each keyword reflects a central theme of a paper, like integrating the technology and nursing practice to improve the patient outcomes, expand the access for remote population. These terms are strategically connected to the article's structure, from defining the role of the nursing informaticist and highlighting the organizational benefits, to exploring the collaboration, engagement, and future opportunities in digital healthcare innovation. There's FBX 4045. Good luck. Thank you so much.